Henry Cejudo just broke down what Alex Pereira needs to change if he wants to get revenge on Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 320. Henry emphasized the importance of leg kicks, adding that Alex needs to mix things up by using his lead kick as well. In their first fight, Pereira actually did a solid job defending Magomed's takedowns, but the clinch control from Ankalaev still made the difference on the scorecards. That's why Henry believes Alex needs to come in with a different mindset and approach if he wants to flip the script this time. Interestingly, Pereira himself has said he disagreed with the decision, and his coaches back him up. On a recent video on Alex's YouTube channel, Plinio Cruz and Glover Teixeira broke it down and argued that Pereira was superior in rounds 1, 3, and 5. The official judges all agreed he won the first, but only one of them gave him the fifth, and the third round went unanimously to Ankalaev. Win or lose, Alex has revealed his plans to potentially move up to heavyweight and face the winner of Aspinall versus Gann, as he already has wins over most top contenders at 205. Anyways, let's dive in and see what Henry had to say about this fight.
The keys for a guy like Ankalaev to get that victory once again is he's gonna have to fight him in the center, bro. Because this is what I will say, and a lot of people don't recognize it. Even in that fight, Alex Pereira fought a lot closer to the cage, bro, and he was able to defend Ankalaev's takedowns a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But it also didn't. But it also caused them to lose the fight too, because he was there a little too long. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give that control time to a guy like Ankalaev. For light heavyweights, it's two steps back, literally, bro, and they are against the cage. These are the things that Magomed Ankalaev needs to do to secure it. And for Alex Pereira, man, he's Shama. He's gonna have to let go of that lead leg kick, man, because you know his right is really good, but if he can make his right lead leg if he can make his left as good as his right, if he did that for this camp, it could be a different fight, man.
Alex Pereira admitted he was straight up scared of one UFC opponent, Sean Strickland, when they met in the octagon at UFC 276. Yup, you heard that right. This caught a lot of fans off guard because Alex himself is one of the most intimidating fighters in the UFC, the guy who usually has everyone on edge just by walking to the cage. Strickland, who on paper seemed like a favorable matchup for Pereira, actually made him nervous in the build-up. Pereira said Strickland looked like he wanted to kill him, and for a few months leading up to the fight, that fear was real, even if controlled. Once the fight started and he heard Sean talk, Pereira relaxed a bit, realizing that while he's a skilled and experienced fighter, some of the things he was saying didn't make sense. Here's what Alex said, quote, "I was scared, but when I heard him talk, I relaxed a little bit. He is a good fighter and an experienced one, but he was talking some stuff that didn't make any sense. For a few months since the fight was booked, I had fear, but it was under control. But I'll tell you when I was the most afraid. When he entered the octagon and started staring at me, he hadn't looked at me that way before. That was when I became scared. He's another person inside the octagon, different from his normal personality. But I'll tell you when I was the most afraid. When he entered the octagon and started staring at me, he hadn't looked at me that way before. That was when I became scared. He's another person inside the octagon, different from his normal personality," end quote. It didn't take long for Alex and Sean to go from rivals to unexpected friends and training partners. After their showdown in the octagon, the two formed a surprising bond, with the polarizing American even joining several of Pereira's fight camps. Most recently, Strickland linked up with Pereira ahead of UFC 320, helping Powhatan prepare for his revenge shot against Ankalaev. Daniel Cormier unleashes on Conor McGregor following the Irishman's latest insulting remarks. The relationship between the two former UFC double champions has always been complicated, with ups and downs over the years. Most of the time, they've kept things professional, even friendly when speaking about one another, but tension has flared in rare instances when they shared the same room or arena. Things first got heated a few years ago when DC suggested that McGregor's antics outside the octagon could be interpreted as a cry for help. Conor didn't take that lightly and fired back, calling Daniel a fat loser and a horrible commentator. And since then, there's been no love lost between the two. Their dynamic was already strained considering McGregor's heated rivalry with Khabib Nurmagomedov, and DC's close friendship with Khabib naturally meant he was never going to be particularly friendly toward Conor during that period. Fast forward to now, and the beef appears to have been reignited as McGregor insulted DC during one of his recent live streams, where he appeared to be under the influence. In response, Daniel sent a clear and direct message to Conor, showing that old tensions aren't going anywhere and that he's not about to let the Irishman slide with another disrespectful jab.
You know what's crazy about not happening? So sometimes you like might black out, right, and do something that you don't remember. You know who did that? Again, Conor McGregor. Did you see
it? Oh my God.
Hey, do people care? Do people even, like, I gotta ask this. Like, and I mean, look.
Stop worrying about me. Don't worry about Daniel Cormier. Don't worry about the things that I'm saying. Don't worry about how I'm dressing and how I'm looking. Don't do that.
Do people care about him if they keep putting him in those situations when he's in that state? Because it seems like he always has a camera in front of him.
Alex Volkanovski just got confronted by a UFC fighter for picking against him in a predictions video. In his latest upload, Volk broke down the Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree fight and shared the moment a fighter straight up approached him over his pick. Volk went deep into why he thinks Rountree is going to fight smart, highlighting his defensive skills and disciplined approach, while pointing out that Yuri's unpredictable, chaotic style makes this matchup tricky for anyone. Volk went back and forth analyzing how Rountree can exploit openings without overcommitting, and why Yuri's flair for the dramatic can also backfire if he isn't careful. In the end, Alex stuck with Khalil, admitting this is one of those fights that's so hard to call that any prediction is bold, but he trusts Rountree to navigate the storm. On top of that, Volk made it clear how massive this fight is. The stakes aren't just about the matchup itself. It could also serve as a title eliminator for whoever wins the main event between Pereira and Ankalaev, meaning the winner could be one step closer to a championship shot. With all that tension, unpredictability, and high stakes, this fight is shaping up to be a must-watch.
Khalil Rountree is someone who will probably fight the right fight, from what I'm seeing. Will he panic? Will Yuri's pressure be too much? We will see. What I'm seeing, and from the way he's approaching these fights and strategy, I think he knows this is going to happen. So I think he knows he's going to have to be defensive. I think he knows he's going to have to go the legs. I expect some leg kicks as he's shelling up, big leg kicks as he's shelling up and protecting his head while he's doing, knowing that punches are going to be swinging back at him. Or while Yuri's firing, he's smashing the leg, front kicks at the legs, really just stomping those legs. We're going to see a lot of that. I hate doing this all the time because I've got to pick someone and then I'm worried they're going to watch and be like, oh, what are you? I actually just had that on the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to pick all the Aussies and the New Zealand guys. I had one of the old man, I forget his name, who come up and goes, "Oh, you picked against me?" Or goes, "I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, sorry. Look, yeah, I feel bad."
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.